Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches, which are happening on Tuesday, July 5, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 360 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Going back to our video, we will give you 2 betting picks for each game, a team pick and a total pick based on facts and detailed explanation. So make sure to watch our videos till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Philadelphia Phillies vs Washington Nationals. Our team pick is Nationals plus 1.5 runs, and here is why. There's been all kinds of problems for Washington in a lost season, and going 1-12 so far against the 4th place Marlins after losing again on Monday hasn't helped matters. Washington finally got on the board in the bottom of the 8th on Luis Garcia's game-tying RBI single, but Miami plated 2 in the 10th, and the Nationals were only able to respond with 1 run that crossed the plate on a double play. Patrick Corbin was the bright spot with 7 innings of 1-run ball, allowing 8 hits and 1 walk while striking out 4. Tanner Rainey was charged with a loss, allowing 2 runs, 1 earned, in his lone inning of work. Keibert Ruiz had the only multi-hit game for the Nationals, despite entering as a pinch hitter. The Phillies are hanging in the mix for an NL wildcard spot and crucially took 2 of 3 from the Cardinals over the weekend, including a shutout victory in Sunday's rubber game. Rhys Hoskins opened the scoring in the bottom of the 4th on a solo homer, while JT Realmuto added a 2-run shot in the 6th to extend the lead. Zach Wheeler had another terrific outing, allowing just 4 hits and 1 walk, while striking out 5 in 7 scoreless innings. Hoskins added a double while scoring twice as he continues to heat up. Even though Washington is headed for a last-place finish, it has a good chance to be competitive here against a spot starter, as recent injuries have shuffled Philadelphia's rotation. Espino has pitched well this season, while the Nationals lineup is capable enough of putting up a few runs on Sanchez. In his return from AAA, Sanchez has posted below-average ERA and FIP marks in 28.1 career innings, as a 10.3% walk rate has gotten him into trouble too often. Washington's offense has at least posted around league average numbers by ops that is only going to improve if Soto continues to heat up and complement Bell in the middle of the order. Philadelphia's offense ranks 12th in baseball with a 103 WRC+, but losing Harper, 164 WRC+, totally changes the dynamic of the lineup. Espino can give Washington a few decent innings, which gives it a chance against a Phillies team that is dealing with several key injuries at the moment. Our total pick is under 9.5 runs. And here is why. Both starting pitchers have been doing better than you'd think with the names involved, as Paulo Espino has a 2.21 ERA in 12 road games, 1 start, while Christopher Sanchez has a 3.38 ERA in his 6 home games, 1 start this season. Looking at the batting average and balls in play in the last 7 days has shown neither offense is dominating right now, as Washington is 14th in the sport with a .283 BABIP, while Philadelphia is 18th in the majors with a .280 BABIP during that stretch. Go with the under, as these pitchers should do enough to limit the amount of opportunities to score some runs. Detroit Tigers vs Cleveland Guardians. Our team pick is Cleveland Guardians for the win, and here is why. The Guardians will have Cal Quantrill on the bump for the 15th time of the season. Quantrill was stellar in his latest effort, holding Minnesota to just 3 runs in 8 innings pitched and finished with a no decision in a game the Guardians won 7-6. The young right-hander has been fairly consistent, allowing 3 or fewer runs in all but 2 starts, and features a 3.73 ERA and a 1.24 WHIP, accompanied by a 4.4 record in 84.2 innings of work. He has yet to pitch against the Tigers this year and has limited them to 5 runs with a 1-1 record in 16.1 innings. The Tigers will be starting Drew Hutchison in this one. Hutchinson last pitched on June 19 against the Rangers and squandered 3 runs in 4.2 innings, leading to a no decision in a game the Tigers won. The veteran has been used as a spot starter and has not fared well, recording a 4.81 ERA and a 1.52 WHIP in 24.1 innings pitched. Hutchinson has struggled against the Guardians, squandering 16 runs, 12 earned, and 12.1 career innings. The Guardians have been stellar on the road, sporting a 7-3 record in their last 10 games. The Tigers' disaster season continues. They lost 2 of 3 to the Royals on the weekend and continue to rank last in most offensive categories. Furthermore, Guardians starter Cal Quantrill is a reliable pitcher. He just held a potent Twins offense to only 3 runs in 8 innings and has limited Detroit to just 5 runs in 16.1 career innings. The Tigers are dealing with a decimated starting pitching staff and are resorting to starting Drew Hutchison, who has conceded 16 runs in 12.1 career innings against Cleveland. Our total pick is under the total. Boston Red Sox vs Tampa Bay Rays. Our team pick is Boston Red Sox for the win, and here is why. The Tampa Bay Rays are 4th in the AL East, 15 games behind the first-place Yankees, 2 games behind the Red Sox, and 1 game behind the Blue Jays. The Red Sox got off to a sluggish 14-22 start, but since May 18, they are tied with the New York Yankees with an MLB best 31-13 record. They won their second straight game Monday after beating the Cubs 4-2 on Sunday. In the July 4th win, the Red Sox went 4 for 11 with runners in scoring position, and Trevor Story hit his 13th home of the season. Cutter Crawford got the win, tossing 5 1/3 shutout innings in relief. The Red Sox have won 9 of the last 10 games started by Nick Pivetta and 9 of their last 12 games against a team with a winning record. The Rays have dropped 9 of their last 14 games against teams with a winning record. I will ride the momentum and take the Sox. Our total pick is under 9.5 runs. The Red Sox have one of the best lineups in the game, making it easy to think that the upcoming game will be a high-scoring one. However, this is a high total, and both pitchers look to step up and control this game from the first inning. The Red Sox should limit a Rays lineup that is scoring only 4.11 runs per game, with Nick Pivetta stepping up and pitching multiple strong innings on the mound. The Rays should eliminate the Red Sox lineup with Jeffrey Springs pitching multiple scoreless innings with little to no contact to prevent the Red Sox from getting on base and building rallies. The under should cover in a low-scoring game with both starting pitchers stepping up. Atlanta Braves vs St. Louis Cardinals. Our team pick is St. Louis for the win. And here is why. St. Louis was only 2 games over the .500 mark in the middle of May, but it had a strong month of June. The Cardinals have been up and down over the past week, losing 2 out of 3 against the Cubs before taking 2 out of 3 against Miami. They were unable to add another series win over the weekend, dropping 2 out of 3 in Philadelphia. St. Louis is sitting 2 games back of Milwaukee in the National League Central standings. The Cardinals are 1.5 games ahead of Philadelphia for the final NL wild card spot following Sunday's loss. Atlanta got off to a terrible start to the season, going 23-27 through its first 50 games. The Braves responded with a 14-game winning streak and have been playing winning baseball since then. They have bounced back from a series loss to the Dodgers with wins over Philadelphia and Cincinnati, taking 2 out of 3 against both teams. Atlanta was unable to complete the sweep against Cincinnati on Sunday, losing in walk-off fashion. The Braves are sitting in second place in the NL East, trailing New York by 3.5 games. They have 2.5 games of wiggle room in the NL wildcard standings, though. As hot as the Braves have been since the beginning of June, I cannot get myself to back Anderson on Tuesday night. He has been struggling to build on his strong 2021 campaign, allowing 7 earned runs in his most recent appearance. Anderson has given up at least 4 earned runs in 6 of his last 8 outings, and St. Louis ranks 6th in the majors in batting average. Palante has been a bright spot for the Cardinals during his rookie campaign, and he has an advantage facing a team that has not seen him before. St. Louis has value in this specific pitching matchup. Our total pick is over 9 runs. And here is why. The Cardinals are averaging 4.73 runs per game and 4.68 runs per game on the road. They averaged 3 runs per game in their last 3 games against the Braves. With Atlanta giving up 4.46 runs per game at home, the Cardinals will hit their average in this game. The Braves are averaging 4.73 runs per game and 4.85 runs per game at home. They averaged 7 runs per game in their last 3 games against the Cardinals. With St. Louis giving up 4.20 runs per game at home, the Braves will score enough runs to push the score over the total. The Braces and Cardinals played over the total in their last 2 meetings. Milwaukee Brewers vs Chicago Cubs. Our team pick is Chicago for the win. And here is why. Chicago has been near the bottom of the MLB this season, but it has finally started to play better baseball. The Cubs took 2 out of 3 in St. Louis last weekend, before doing the same against Cincinnati and Boston in their next 2 series. They were unable to record the sweep against the Red Sox over the weekend, falling in a 4-2 decision in 11 innings on Sunday. Chicago is in 4th place in the National League Central, trailing Milwaukee by 13 games. The Cubs are 11 games back of the final NL wildcard spot. Outside of an 8-game losing streak in early June, Milwaukee has been consistently winning games this season. The Brewers won 4 straight games last week before splitting a 4-game series at Pittsburgh over the weekend. They recorded one of the most dominant victories of the season on Friday, blowing out the Pirates in a 17-2 final. Milwaukee is now at home for its next 6 games. The Brewers are leading the NL Central, sitting 2 games ahead of St. Louis atop the standings. They are 13 games ahead of both Pittsburgh and Chicago in the division as well. Milwaukee wins its games on the mound, while Chicago wins its games at the plate. I am going to give the nod to the Cubs and their offense on Tuesday night, as there is not much between these starting pitchers. Alexander is having to move back into the rotation due to Hauser's injury, so he will not be used to going deep into a start. Hendricks has had his bumps and bruises this year, but he is coming off 2 of his best starts in a row. The Cubs have the better lineup as well, making them the clear value bet on Tuesday. Our total pick is over 8.5 runs. And here is why. The Cubs are averaging 4.39 runs per game and 4.09 runs per game on the road. They averaged 4.33 runs per game in their last 3 games against the Brewers. With Milwaukee giving up 3.94 runs per game at home, the Cubs will be held under their average in this game. The Brewers are averaging 4.62 runs per game and 4.50 runs per game at home. They averaged 4.33 runs per game in their last 3 games against the Cubs. With Chicago giving up 5.54 runs per game on the road, the Brewers will score enough runs to push the score over the total.